Are these Browns, these new-look Browns, all sexy on paper, Super Bowl contenders?
Yes, they are. I didn't pick them to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're the Patriots or the Chiefs or maybe even Baltimore or someone like that. But are they contenders means this. Can they make the playoffs? Do you think there's a good chance? I do.
Okay.
And do you think if they make the playoffs, can they go on a run? And I think the answer is yes. Now, you look at their schedule. They're going to start off slow, and I thought this before the season started, even after the Odell trade. Yeah, just take a shot of Stephen A's face for a second, please. Look at this. I got to look at first thing on a Tuesday morning.
He doesn't get you locked in and focused?
Yeah. Anyway.
Super Bowl contender.
Let me tell you something. When they made this trade, Zeitler was part of the trade of an elite pass blocking guard. Mm-hmm. Offensive lines take a while to come together, right? So I thought the offense might sputter actually early in the season. When you look at the schedule, they host the Rams, they're at Baltimore, they're at the Niners, which looks like a tough game all of a sudden, right? Host the Seahawks, at the Patriots. They could be 2-5, 3-4 after 7 games. I could see that. I thought that before the season something like that might happen. But did the offense come together last year under Kitchens, second half of the season? The answer is yes. They looked elite. And Baker Mayfield looked elite after he looked like he struggled early.
Really?
Did they add? Baker Mayfield performed at an elite level second half of last year. And the reason is receivers were open. A coach and an offensive coordinator are as good as many open receivers as you see. That's how good they are in today's NFL. No one was open first half of the season. Baker Mayfield had to thread the needle. Second half of the season, everyone's open. When these guys get open, when this offensive line comes together and Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry with these running backs and Njoku and everybody's open, watch what's going to happen. So then the question becomes, do they have a defense? Did you see Myles Garrett yesterday? Yeah. They do have a defense. This team is a contender to make the playoffs, and once there, a contender to go on a run. I'm saying the answer is yes.
So this elite Baker Mayfield, he just looked so special over the last several weeks of the NFL season. Okay. They had a victory over Cincinnati. I mean, stop the presses right there. Marvin Lewis in Cincinnati because just stop the presses. I mean, what an incredible achievement. I mean, I can't say enough about them doing that. Okay, they beat the Carolina Panthers without Cam Newton or the injured Cam Newton. I'm sorry, stop the presses. I mean, this is some special things that we're talking about here. My God, let's just start the parade. Okay, last year the Denver Broncos. All right, who the hell was their quarterback? Was it Case Keenum? I think it was Case Keenum. Was it Case Keenum? I think so. I mean, just stop the presses. I mean, Max, these are just touching things right here. I mean, I'm just so moved by what we're talking about here, okay? And then they beat the Cincinnati Bengals again, okay? Really? So y'all gonna sit up here with a straight face, the both of you?
I haven't answered yet.
I know. I saw you nodding your head and agreeing with them. Just stop the presses. So I just gave you Cincinnati under Marvin Lewis. Twice, okay? Denver Broncos with Case Keenum. Unbelievable. And oh, by the way, Carolina with half-arm Cam Newton in the mix. Really? So we going to really rave about Baker Mayfield and how the Cleveland Browns looked in winning those games. All right, y'all can have it, so be it. No big deal. Here's my thing. I know that the Cleveland Browns are incredibly talented. I know that Baker Mayfield can ball even though he's got a 38 QBR right now thus far, okay? And he got shellacked by the Tennessee Titans, and then when he went against a JV team in the New York Jets, he took advantage of the opportunity.
And only looked okay.
I'm sorry, Dan. Who's the quarterback? The only Falk that I've ever known was David Falk, super agent. I learned there was a new Falk. I don't know if there's really relations there or whatever. All right, Falk last night. Why? Because not only does Sam Donald gone with mono, and we wish him nothing but the best, but then Trevor Siemian broke the ankle. Like it looks like he broke the ankle. So you got that going on. So you don't have a quarterback, all right? You got number one wide receiver. Basically, 2 number 2s in Crowder and Anderson, all right? All right. Then Le'Veon Bell, poor Le'Veon Bell. Damn, I bet you he
looked good, though.
He looked good, but damn it, they don't look good. The offense, okay? And the defense, I mean, just sitting there out to pasture. You ain't giving them no kind of breaks because the offense can't generate nothing. Cleveland beat that team. Stop the presses. Just stop the presses. I'm just giving y'all all of these beautiful examples of them being a championship contender. So we will see what they do. I know on paper they have talent, but damn it, they ain't New England. They ain't Kansas City. They ain't even the Baltimore Ravens. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't give them a chance to compete for no damn Super Bowl. Will they make the playoffs? Possibly, but they will go home.
I mentioned this, how they could be 3-4, 2-5 after 7 games easily, how the offensive line is going to take time to come together, and I agree a lot with what you're saying. Now think about the second half of the season, the back 9 or 8, as it were, right? When they get Kareem Hunt.
Right.
So now you take a team that's had time on the offensive line. The reason they trade Zeitler is because they believe they have his replacement. That could take half a season to come together, right? Now think about this. If they could be 3-4 or miraculously 4-3, which would be tough.
Is tough.
Listen to these last 8 games where they add Kareem Hunt to Nick Chubb, where they have their full like Kareem Hunt to Nick Chubb, right?
Yep.
Okay, at Broncos, Steelers, Dolphins, at Steelers, Bengals, Cardinals. The one tough game is the Ravens.
But that Dolphins would be a tough game.
Yeah.
And then at Bengals, the point is they have 4 very winnable divisional 5 games, and all are winnable, even against the Ravens. But 4 where you're going to make them the favorites to win that game at a time where they're fully loaded and have time to play together, including the offensive
But we're
line.
talking Super Bowl contender,
That's
right?
right.
You didn't
Thank you.
So, like, if we talked about the AFC, the Patriots know exactly who they are. The Chiefs know exactly who they are. I'd argue the Buffalo Bills know exactly who they are. The Baltimore Ravens know who they are. That's my concern with this team right now.
You're putting the Bills on that list?
They know who they are, though.
But they're not a Super. They're not.
But they know who they are.
Texans.
They ain't making a playoff
I know the Browns are talented. But right now, I look at a football team and go, they don't know who they are.
Do they even know who they want to be?
Molly.
Exactly.
Here's the funny
That's a
part
great
of what they
question.
say. Now, they're in the locker room last night, post game, and you see Kitchens up in there. This is who we are. You know, they sticking out their chest. You just beat the Jets.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.